Hey Fowler family, it's Nicole, and I wanted to come to you with an update related to the COVID incident happening at Fowler. As of today, we received all of our test results back, and those results will be made available on our COVID incident log located in the COVID section on our website. The majority of those results were negative, but you know by now, based on my communication on Tuesday, that we did have residents and teammates test positive in our assisted living memory care neighborhood known as Worth in the Pearl Norden Care Center. Also on Tuesday, I shared with you that I was contemplating a decision on how best to provide adequate care during the recovery period for our residents. I shared with you that Fowler had maintained a COVID unit since early on in the pandemic. However, I was considering as to whether or not we would have the right amount of teammates to be able to staff that separate unit. I also shared with you that I was considering other outside options. So I've reached that decision, and I want to let you know that we have made a decision to partner with a COVID designated facility. This is a designation that is received by the state, and it is given to those facilities who have demonstrated the training and the capacity to provide care for residents recovering from COVID. So we've made that decision, and our residents have been transferred to the care of the team at Christian Care Communities and Services. Now, this just isn't any community. We didn't come at this decision lightly, and I want to tell you several reasons why we did make this decision. One, they are a designated COVID facility, and they have navigated the care and recovery of COVID residents. I thought that was important. Also, Dallas County indicated to us that the decision to transfer to a COVID designated facility was part of what they call best practices gold standard. And so they were certainly happy that that's the decision we arrived at. Two, I wanted to partner with someone that I knew was not only going to provide the care for the recovery from COVID, but that also had the unique experience to understand individuals who are living with cognitive diagnosis such as dementia. And Christian Care Communities and Services is definitely a leader in this area. They are so committed to dementia care. They are on the forefront of treatments and modalities to provide the best quality of life. And I thought that that was critical and necessary because we wanted to provide the least amount of disruption that we possibly could. And lastly, I want to tell you the reason why I made the decision to partner with Christian Care is because it's not just a facility to me. The members of that team, many of them are like family to me. Their leader, CEO Sabrina Porter, is what I would call a sister friend. And we have been sister friends for over 2 decades. And several of you might even remember that Sabrina Porter at one point led Fowler during her career. And there are many people that I have worked with in my career, not only at Fowler, but just in senior living in general, that call Christian Care Communities and Services home at this time. So I know that transferring our residents into their care was a decision that was not only the right decision for their recovery, but a decision that I knew we could all here at Fowler know that they were going to give all their love and attention to those residents as well as we could in our absence. And so I want to just tell you how much I love this community for stepping up without hesitation, answering this call to treat our residents during this recovery period. And so thank you to all my extended family and friends at Christian Care Communities and Services, and just know you have a big, big fan club here at Fowler. I also want to share with you some conversations that I think you will find encouraging. I was able to talk with our medical director, and he was able to share with me that Fowler was the last of his communities that he's affiliated with that have experienced a COVID case. And so even though this is new for us 8 months into this pandemic, he was reassuring me that this has become more of the common occurrence and the reality of what we are facing as we battle this virus. He also was able to share with me that he has seen milder symptoms as it relates to positive diagnosis of COVID. That was encouraging. And in March or April, I would have thought contracting COVID for one of our elders was as scary as a life and death situation. I seriously would have thought that. But he's able to share with me the stories of recoveries that he's seen through the seniors with COVID that he has treated. That, in addition to other providers such as Fowler who have had success stories, has brought me peace and encouragement to know that we can now embark on a story of recovery for our residents. So as you get these video messages from me and you get these periodic updates, I hope that you are learning along with us that COVID, although it's terrible and we didn't want it and we are all experiencing it against our will, we also can know that there are stories of recovery out there. It's easy to be polarized by the news and see only the dire situations, but we are going to stay committed to creating solutions and creating the best opportunity for our residents and our team to recover. So let me tell you the most important thing. Our residents who did test positive are doing well. They have transitioned into their new environment, and we are in daily communication with the Christian Care team, and they tell us that they are still not exhibiting symptoms and they are settling in to their temporary home, because we hope to have them home at Fowler really soon. Our teammates who tested positive for COVID are recovering in their home, and they are experiencing only mild symptoms as well. So again, here's where the recovery story begins. I know that this is a difficult time, and if you are one of the families of these residents or teammates, please know that we will be in daily conversation with you to make sure that you have all the information you need to feel comfortable about the care of your loved one. And know this, the Christian Care team is going to provide that same exceptional level of care that you've come to accept from Fowler. And we are going to partner together with the sole intent of making our residents better and getting them back into the environment that they know and love. I also want to say thank you to everyone for your prayers and your concerns. Many of you have shown us love on Facebook. You've sent me emails, you've sent us cards, you've told us that you are with us and you support us. And that is so important to the encouragement of our team and our community at large. So thank you, thank you. And as always, I pray that you are safe in the environments that you are in. Practice love your neighbor basics and make sure you stay tuned for the story of recovery. Take care.